Testing
I
audio.
can hear you. You're so pretty when you talk. Brian's so pretty when he talks.
Voice, my beautiful instrument.
Let me tune it really quick.
Ah!
Oh, God. Welcome to the Proud Jacuzzi Crew, everybody, the PJC cast, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name's Dane.
My name is Brian.
I'm Jimmy.
And on this podcast, we have two things, and we choose between them. It's called a Would You Rather. If you have any Would You Rathers for us, please send them to the PJCcast at gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. I don't know. It's that kind of week, guys. It's the week where you don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
You ever have those weeks?
Like yesterday it was Tuesday and now it's already Wednesday. Who could have foreseen it?
For a second there, you gave me the agita because I thought it actually was Wednesday, and I was like, but no, it's Tuesday.
Give me the what?
The agita.
Agita.
Tell me about this.
Agitation.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a word that's real.
I believe
it. That's why I wanted to hear about
I
it.
believe it's either Italian or at least like Italian-ish, Italian-dubbed English. But yeah.
English that has like some pepper flakes on it and
little
is sauteed
extra.
in butter.
But yeah. Like you'll hear like Italian Americans being like, you're giving me the agita.
I've not heard that.
Well, now you have.
It reminds me of verklempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, that's also a language.
All to its own.
I believe that's either Yiddish or German.
I think it's Yiddish.
Verklempt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's crossovers there,
Crossover episode. We're going to speak German for the rest
Wait,
of
is
the...
verklempt a real one or is that just from
Yeah.
SNL?
No, it's a real one.
It's real.
Shifty
It's real,
eyes.
Jimmy. It's real. I'm pretty sure it's real.
What?
Trust
You
you.
don't trust me today.
No, I do.
Yeah, sure. You're giving
But
me the shifty eyes.
I was just waiting to see if either of you gave me a look of like, just kidding.
Wink, wink. We're making jokes now.
Waiting for one of us to break.
Is this a goof?
Now is the joke portion of the PJC cast.
Later. Get it out now.
Those gags and goofs that just tickle our chuckle bones.
Guys, he fell for it.
And then he thought verklempt was an actual word. What a nerdy birdie. I called a fellow teacher a huge nerd today. And
Rude.
Yeah. And then a kid was like, I'm a huge nerd too. I'm like, I know.
I kind of love that actually.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
love
great.
that kids are like, no, me though.
No, but me too. I want to be included. Anyway, you guys, we're sitting here in this hot tub. It's a balmy ass autumn evening. It's been 2 years and some change.
2 and 2,
2 and 2.
I guess.
The classic 2 and 2.
Yeah.
It's like a double at In and Out, where you can get Dane's favorite hot chocolate.
I do love the hot chocolate at In-N-Out. If you haven't had the hot chocolate at In-N-Out,
Dane told me.
Holy shit.
Dane's about ready to ask the Would You Rather, but let me tell a story first.
please do.
Dane came in the other day and told us that he loved the hot chocolate at In-N-Out so much. He just discovered it.
Like 2 weeks previous.
Yeah, and that he's become so infatuated with its delicious fucking palate or whatever, that he was prepared. He had ordered 2 of them.
I walk up to the counter and I'm like, can I have 2 hot chocolates, please? Because the previous time I had one and it was so good I drank it all before I left. And then I ordered another one when I left. So I was like, well, I guess I got to get 2. Because I like them so much.
Did you tell this whole story to the cashier?
No, I just walk up and I'm like, can I have 2 hot chocolates?
Okay, good.
And
Let me
they're
tell my
like,
life story first, though.
and they're like, okay, and what else do you want? And I told them what else I want. And they're like, okay, so 2 large hot chocolates. I'm like, wait! They come in large? So I just got 1 large hot chocolate. Great story, right? But I was prepared to get 2 small
You
hot
were
chocolates.
ready to get 2.
Because I love it so much.
That's not. You told us the story a little differently.
Did
It
I?
had a better comedic end when you told it the first time, because I thought it happened differently.
I save all of my best comedy stories just for Jimmy.
just for off the podcast.
Not for this fine program.
Take our word for it, folks. He's hilarious.
You had to be there. The podcast.
Dane only believes in sharing his brightest witticisms with his close personal friends.
Yeah,
they're
French
not.
fries.
They're not for you.
Right after they happen. All right. Well, as long as we're soaking here. Our first Would You Rather is a little subtle. We're going a little subtle with this one. You guys ready?
I'm gonna look at it real hard.
Okay, good. You're going to have to chart it. So Richard in Oakland asks, would you rather see a bug in your milk while you're drinking it or after you've drank it?
Oh,
Wait. What?
So you're drinking a cup of milk.
Uh-huh.
Like a frosty glass of milk.
Yeah.
And either while you're drinking it, you're like, oh no, there's a bug in here.
Okay.
Or when you're done, you see there was a bug in your milk
How do I know there was a bug in it?
because it's still in there. But
Okay,
you didn't drink it up.
So I drank the whole glass of milk except for the bug. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, growing up, I had to have a glass of milk for every meal, according to my parents. It was like a rule
interesting.
that I had to finish my milk.
That's okay. That's weird.
It was something
like a-
to do
it's like
with
a baby
bones.
boy rule.
Yeah. Like till I was 10.
Your bones are grown by then.
I guess.
strong.
feels like
enough.
something out of the 50s. Like, you need to drink your radium-enriched Mucilex for your good health. Keeps those floating ribs real tight.
Except it's milk.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that seems more plausible than
Keep those-
radium-enriched Mucilex.
Those floating ribs with milk. Bind them together.
Good for your coccyx.
And your frontix.
You need a strong coccyx to resist communism.
But I had to drink a lot of milk.
Okay.
And I couldn't leave the table until I drank my milk. It wasn't hard. Because I consume. I've always been a food consumer.
Did you ever try not to? Like, how do you know that you weren't allowed?
Because if like my milk was halfway, they'd say like, "Don't forget, you got to finish your milk."
Fucking smack your hand with a ruler.
Mom threatened to beat me within an inch of my life if I didn't finish my milk. But I always did because I like milk. I mean, I actually like it, so I don't know why the threats.
I don't know why the threats.
Yeah.
I did have to stay at the table because I wouldn't finish my salad sometimes.
That makes sense.
a little,
They give me the fucking spiky lettuce salad, like the white spiky lettuce salad and the purple leaves that are all fluttery.
White.
And,
Oh.
and then with feta cheese and roasted pine nuts and a nice vinaigrette.
That
And that sounds delicious, right?
Yeah.
But not for an 8-year-old. You don't eat that when you're 8.
I
Well-
want to say the salads I was forced to consume as a child were much less beautiful.
That's a
Well, no,
beautiful
of
8-year-old
course.
salad.
Yeah.
Of course, it was probably iceberg lettuce with cherry tomatoes and ranch. But
Gross.
not
Gross.
me. No, I had spiky lettuces and like vinaigrettes that made my whole face go.
That sounds too fancy for Baby Dane.
It was too fancy for Baby Dane. And try and mix that with milk, guys. I'm looking for pity here, okay?
Fucking taste profile.
It was bad.
Vinaigrette. The grossest. They are the grossest leaves.
The
They're
spiky white ones?
The weird ones.
The weird ones.
And I always go for a spring green. I don't even do kale anymore because kale gets weird fucking sometimes. And kale, I'm going to be fucking hot take here. Kale doesn't taste good. Kale tastes
I think people
bad.
are realizing that.
So here's the thing: kale tastes great if you like fry it with bacon.
Great. So it tastes like bacon?
Seriously though, it actually does like add like some character to it. It's kind of like got this mustardiness to it. It's kind of like it is tempered nicely by sort of the sweetness and saltiness of bacon, some onions. It actually is tasty. Like I like that with like a bit of mustard too. But that is not how most people eat kale.
No.
And like, yeah, raw kale tastes like a fart in your mouth.
It's not good.
Like people throw a lot of shade on broccoli, but fucking doesn't hold a candle to raw kale.
Man, I like broccoli now. It's so strange.
Broccoli's great. I love it.
I used to hate it. I used to also hate salads, and Dane didn't have... I don't know if you also... Brian's ever heard of this. But for a time, because I wouldn't eat salads, and they had, for a very short amount of time, because I don't think...
Pizza-flavored salad dressing.
Salad dressing.
Oh, God.
Have I told this?
Kids.
Have I told this before?
No, I don't think so.
But that's literally exactly what I was going to say.
I had the pizza-flavored salad dressing. They're like, we got to get this kid to eat salad. It's called ranch dressing, parents.
Listen,
it's not that hard.
I never really liked ranch.
It's not incredible. Like, it's all right.
What you know would be
Blue
great?
cheese is better.
I'd love it if the pizza salad dressing was literally just the shit that goes into pizza, but in a bottle. It's like fucking mozzarella cheese and sauce and dough, and just like you're trying as hard as you fucking can. Maybe not even blended that well, but you're just like shaking this ball. Like, God, it won't come out. Ah,
It's chewy in parts.
You gotta slice it off with a fucking samurai sword.
you gotta fucking shatter the bottle. It's like glass jar. No. Thank you, Mom.
I love salad.
I love that. No.
Oh, God. That was awful.
My mouth is bleeding.
Okay.
Yay!
So much teeth.
So much teeth.
Okay.
Everything hot.
Okay, well, I'm done with that character right now.
Bleedy mouth boy.
Pain.
No. God.
I'll eat more glass, please.
More glass, please.
What about milk, though?
Milk is gross. No, thank you. If you make it taste like yummy pizza.
Pizza milk.
Pizza milk.
We've soaked this DiGiorno in milk, and now we're gonna wring the thing out.
You drink your half glass of milk or a full glass of milk, and then at that point, whichever point it is, you discover there's a lone pepperoni. Do you eat it?
Of course.
Pepperoni smoothies for everyone.
I thought it tasted more delicious.
What's this? What is this? Oregano? What's going on here?
Oregano.
I'll drink it out of a glass made of pizza dough.
Stuffed crust milk glass. New from Domino's.
Stuffed crust milkshakes.
Mozzarella milkshake.
It's not your mom's milkshake.
Are you having a hard time getting your kids to drink their milkshakes?
Put them in a pizza crust.
Put them in a crust.
We've developed new pizza-flavored milkshakes.
Flavor blasted pizza crust milkshake.
We've got zesty Italian. It's good and good for you.
Just take a bite and it the entire pizza's worth of fucking shit just spills all over you.
That's a piece of mess waiting to happen.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Bug while drinking the milk
Right, back circle.
or
yes.
after drinking the milk.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like milk.
Really?
I don't drink. I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay, when was the last time you drank a glass of milk?
Let me tell you
Yeah, tell me.
a story. It was when I was a kid, because they had those commercials, and I feel like I've talked about this maybe many times, but they had the commercial where the like basketball player starts off as a child, and he fucking drinks his goddamn fucking milk every day, and then he grows up to be an enormous basketball man.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And
yeah.
I saw that commercial as a tiny child, and I was like, I'm very tiny, and I was tinier as a child.
Think about a tiny man and think about where that tiny man came from.
Where my humble beginnings. So I would drink what felt like a quart of milk a day.
Probably not.
And probably not, but it
Probably
felt
like
like
good
that.
half a cup.
It was at least a full glass.
Okay.
As a child, but in my head it felt like I was drinking so much milk. And every night, because we didn't know I was lactose intolerant, I would get really bad stomach aches, and my parents didn't. I don't think they understood how much milk I was drinking, because they probably would have put two and two together. Like,
we gotta cut him off this white stuff.
God.
it
That's
was
rough.
hilarious and terrible. But I don't like milk. I don't even like the taste of a drink of milk now. Like, it's bad.
I gotta say, like, milk has never looked more delicious than it did in those, like, fucking milk.
Got Milk?
Those Got Milk Lobby commercials in, like, the 80s and 90s. It
Yeah.
just looks so good, like, impossibly refreshing.
Refreshing for milk.
Yeah, I mean, and milk is kind of like fucking heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like not something you like, oh, gotta quench your thirst, pound some milk. So good. I feel like jogging a mile after drinking all that milk. Oh, the best.
The way I enjoy milk, because I do enjoy a glass of milk from time to time,
Yeah.
is crispy cold. Like, put it in
you
the
talk about this.
freezer
Yeah,
until
yeah,
it's
yeah.
almost frozen.
We must have had a milk one before, because I'm remembering also this story.
I also just like talking about milk.
Icy,
So,
icy cold.
Ice cold, nice cold milk.
Nice milk.
I mean,
Nice milk.
I enjoy the occasional glass of milk too, but it's like not something that like I think like, whoa, I'm so thirsty after all that exercise, all this sweat. Oh, I need to get some milk inside me.
I got some sweat on my face. Pour some milk all over me.
Okay,
Like,
how about
if
this?
I'm at like at the smallest amount of like dewy sweatiness, like milk is the last thing in the world I want.
So, okay, fresh batch of cookies just came out.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got cookies next to
Okay.
you. You're fucking Santa Claus, and you've been.
What happened to me? Oh, my world! I've suddenly gained 100 pounds.
So you're Brian the Santa Claus.
Oh.
You just came down the chimney. You're tossing out all these iPads and iPods
And expletives.
and various.
Fuck you, you douchers! Oh, you
Yeah.
fucking cocksores! I hate you all! Oh,
You're giving out Amazon Echoes like they're going out of style, and then you see
Might be a kid there. Fuck.
you see,
Here's a PS4 for you, you little dick shine.
and then you see a frosty glass of milk and a nice plate of warm baked cookies.
I'm gonna put that all inside me.
Now you walk up to the glass, Santa Brian.
Oh,
You pick it up, and you start gulping. But then you look down, and what do you see? It's a bug.
oh no! This is the worst thing that's happened to me since I killed Tim Allen and became the Santa Claus because of the Santa Claus.
Or alternate timeline, you finish that glass of milk. You chomp down those cookies,
This is the best thing that's happened to me since I killed Tim Allen.
and you just you bring the glass down, and it's got like the little bubbles sliding down the side of the inside of the
Oh,
glass.
I'm at half mast.
And then you look up at it like proud of yourself that you were able to drink this, and you hold it to the light, and there, inside the glass, is a great big old bug.
Tim Allen just avenged himself upon me. Curse you, Tim Allen, and your army of bugs.
Because, as we know, Tim Allen has extensive bug powers.
He's the Lord of Flies, he is. Ho, ho, ho.
That's what that
my
movie was
mortal
about, right?
enemy.
Yeah, it was a movie.
It was called Home Improvement, about how Tim Allen is Beelzebub, the Lord of Flies. Ho, ho, ho.
I sold my soul for this hot rod.
Sucks to your ass, Mar. Ho, ho, ho. I hold the conch now. Anyway, which one do you choose there, Santa Brian?
I think I would choose, like, you've started drinking and you notice the bug. Because, like, I think if you see the bug after you've completed the drink, then you're like, oh, no, I'm full of the bug ichor, and you want to hurl.
Okay. But up until that point, you're like, ooh, dodged that bug bullet.
You'd
Only
be
drank
like,
half a bug.
ew. Yeah, exactly. I consumed a teaspoon of bug juice. Comparatively not so bad.
Kind of bug.
What about you? Oh, what kind of bug?
I'm imagining like a fruit fly, but it's probably much larger.
Cicada.
But how big are they?
About the size of a thumb joint.
It's a camel spider.
No,
It's,
my God. No.
it's the size of a trash can lid.
How did I not notice?
It's the size of a manhole cover.
It's a camel scorpion.
It's a camel.
It's a
bug.
It's a camel bug.
It's camel scorpion.
And it's not so much inside the glass as the glass is perched upon it.
Drinking out of a bug.
You're drinking a bug glass.
Like, it's
Would
just
you
got its
rather-
mouth wide open. Like, ooh, milk.
Would you rather drink milk out of what you think is a cup, but then you find out it's a bug?
It's a bug.
It's a bug.
Or would you rather drink milk out of a bug knowing it's a bug? A hollowed out bug. Shellacked. And
Well, that's
ready
it's
for
a dead
beverages.
bug, then.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a taxidermy.
Jimmy, what would you pick?
If we, so I
You're
could all
forced, there's a gun to your fucking head, and they're like, drink this milk.
Drink the milk, punk.
Drink it. We'll trash all your
and
pop figures.
I don't know about the bug yet, so I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
guys,
God.
calm down.
We know it makes your tummy hurt.
I'll drink it.
We don't even care.
We don't even care. Ooh.
We've got a flamethrower for your pop figures, and we're going to toast them up.
We'll melt them all down.
Well, that doesn't seem necessary. Where'd you get that?
Listen.
That's a World War II era item. They don't make those anymore.
My grandpa's a collector.
But that's not the point. The
not the
point is
point.
you have to drink this milk.
Drink the milk.
Did he get it on eBay? Like,
Yes,
what?
yes. And Grandpa also, he
Grandpa put it on eBay and I bought it.
I bought it from my grandpa on eBay.
It was really a lot more trouble than it would need to be.
We have a strained relationship. We don't talk.
We don't talk as much as we should. Oh, which is what drove me to this life of crime. Drink the milk.
I feel like the closest I get is when I buy his items off the internet. Drink the milk.
I should really start a blog.
No, Jimmy, you're the one who's tied up. You can't
Oh,
talk
shit.
like us. You're not allowed to talk like us.
I just trick them. Like, yeah, I'm with you now.
Wait, where'd Jimmy go? There's three of us
Oh,
now.
no. Curses. Should we all drink the milk? No.
Slam it to a Slim Jim.
We split it. But you two first. I think it's poisoned. I don't understand. No, I'm drinking it. I'm drinking it all the way through because I could always convince myself that it wasn't there the whole time.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, I looked away and a little bug flew in my
Little,
drink. That's gross. But also, I don't know. It's depending on what the bug actually is. Like it because there'd have to be something that flies, right?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
So if it's at
Or
worst
an ant.
a fly,
Yeah, or a moth.
moth would be pretty gross,
Like a
but
dusty little moth.
like still on the same sort of caliber.
Or a
isn't
black
it?
widow spider.
Oh no, that
And
might kill
and you
me.
drink its venom.
That might kill me.
I'm gonna also drink the milk and then find the bug and then I'm gonna drink the bug because why the fuck not? You
Like a
only
bottle of
live once.
Tequila.
Consume the bug. Drink its power down.
That's right.
Ooh.
Like what if
That's like a movie tagline. Consume the bug.
what if I want to get that daddy long legs power? And then
What is that power?
I consume the ladybug to get the pretty shell.
if it's a ladybug, then I'll get a very pretty shell to fight crime with. Take that, do batters. I'm a do-gooder. Anyway,
Eat my cock, evildoer. I'm
Oh my
ladybug
God.
man. Oh, choke on it.
I have to compensate.
That one-
I have to
For my
compensate.
ladylike appearance. I am in uncomfortable.
My
Toxic.
World War II vet and grandpa didn't communicate with me enough. Oh, it made me this way.
He
toxic.
collected tiny ladybug-sized flamethrowers.
Oh.
Some toxic masculinity. I've tried 4 times.
little bit toxic.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just hope it's ice cold. That's what I'm hoping for. That,
The bug will keep it colder.
yeah, that's right. It's a frozen bug.
It's a ice bug. What's that bug called?
Ice bug?
Ice bug.
That's what the official name is.
I got it right the first time.
You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice my bug. Yeah, that's what it's like when you sing on a podcast.
Oh, is it?
Hurts.
Hurts donut like a donut.
Sacrifice your what?
Love. Speaking of painful ear noises, it's Lonely Hearts, folks.
Everyone's most painful earist part of the podcast.
The part of the podcast when everybody like kicks their earbuds out just a little bit extra because they need that space between sound and their brain poles.
to 11.
Lonely Hearts, folks, where we go through Craigslist, where there's an unending bounty of personal ads.
It will never end.
A cornucopia, if you will, of desperate, lonely people looking to... Whoa!
Wait, what?
What's this I see in the trades?
Brian, what are you saying?
No, guys, stop the presses!
Jimmy, stop the press, quick!
I'll hit the stop the press button. I pressed it. I'm pressing it. I pressed it.
The pod press we use for our podcasting, the vital equipment we need. That, yes, I'm sorry, boys. This just in on the wire. Craigslist has No, please. For our friends in the number stations in Soviet Russia.
I was gonna stop when you were. It was dramatically.
Sure. Okay.
Craigslist is what?
All right. Yeah. So this is true facts, folks. Craigslist has discontinued their personal ad functionality. There was some recent legislation. I don't believe it's actually been passed through yet, but it is on the cusp of being passed through. I'm looking up the relevant page. If you go to Craigslist, they still have links for all of those great personal ads, as if to tease you, as if to torment you, like a woman
tantalizing
who you met through Craigslist. But all of those links go to a single page entitled FOSTA, F-O-S-T-A, and it says U.S. Congress just passed H.R. 1865. FOSTA, seeking to subject websites to criminal and civil liability when third parties, parentheses, users, misuse online personals unlawfully. Any tool or service can be misused. We can't take such risks without jeopardizing all of our other services, so we are regretfully taking Craigslist personals offline. Hopefully, we can bring them back someday. And I actually found this a little bit touching because it does close by saying, to the millions of spouses, partners, and couples who met through Craigslist, we wish you every happiness.
Oh, that is
very nice.
To all of you white winter vampire people, dragon think you are, and people who were like lo-fi trying to solicit prostitutes, we wish you all the best.
I'll pay for a weekend girlfriend.
I'll pay for a weekend girlfriend. You're having a hard time making money for college? I can help you that. Yes, but no shit, folks. Craigslist personals are at least on a very long hiatus and are quite possibly gone forever. But we are going to soldier on. We have
We're soldiers.
We're preppers, and we have been stockpiling personal ads for just this kind of government shutdown.
Whenever we are on the street and we see a pile of for free personal ads just piled up on the street, we go get a truck. And we put them all in our truck, and then we put them in our storm cellar.
Then we can them and put them in our bunker.
Yeah.
Because along with our stockpiles of ammunition, and bottled water, and tins of cat food.
That's right.
Because that is like the big government doesn't want you to know. Canned cat food is the food that lasts the longest.
It's also delicious.
And it's also delicious.
Has the most nutrients.
Salmon and cheddar cheese, my favorite. Ooh, so good. But yeah, we've got a stockpile. Reed, we've got a few left, so we're still gonna do a couple more Lonely Hearts, and after that, who knows? But we will still
question mark.
But if my life of reading Craigslist personal ads have taught me anything, it's the unknown that is the most tantalizing.
Oh my god!
Stay tuned, viewers at home. Anyway, enough foreplay. My personal this week is entitled "My Husband Needs a Girlfriend." Oh. In the Men Seeking Women section. Okay, ladies, I'm offering up my husband. Serious women only! Instructions.
Oh.
And 4 exclamation points. 1. Put your city/town in subline. 2. Write a little bit about yourself and attach a clear pic. 3. No games.
I'm glad you said games. I thought you were going to say gays.
No James. Sorry, no game.
no,
Sorry,
you.
no. It's a G,
Jimmy.
not a J.
I'm
It's
not
a G.
allowed.
I'm sorry. It's a G, not a J. I'm sorry. No games. No crying about cheating on your husband or your boyfriend. If you're going to do this right.
Oh my god.
My husband and I are in an open marriage. I get plenty of dates with my boyfriend, and he seems to get a lot of crybabies, flakes, or really stupid young girls leading him on. I want him to have what I have. She gives stats for her husband. Height, 5'9", weight, 225 pounds, hair, sexy bald.
Oh,
Not just bald. Sexy
I
bald.
emphasize here.
bald comes in 3 flavors: regular bald, spicy bald,
And ranch.
and no, then there's 4 because then sexy bald is the last one.
No, they're the same.
No, ranch bald.
Ranch is sexy bald. Ranch is sexy bald.
Yeah, you just slather it all over.
Personality, fun and easygoing. College grad. Status, married.
No kidding.
Dislikes, snobby women.
Oh God.
Extra, he's a 7 out of 10.
Oh boy.
No hookers, no dudes listening to suck him off or asking about me. I can get my own dates, lol. Age 41.
I
I
like the tone of this.
I would bet dollars to donuts that this is just him. And she has nothing
really?
to do with it.
You think so? Because, like, it just feels like the fucking this feels like the biggest damning of slight praise ever.
Yeah.
This is her husband. This is the man she chose to spend the rest of her life
7
with.
out of 10.
And he's a 7 out of fucking 10.
Oh, I guess so.
And
I misread that.
he's a 7 out of 10, and she's got no problems finding guys to hook up with in this open marriage. She's got to do a personal ad for her husband
Misunderstand.
to
I
help
did.
him hook up. Oh my god.
So she wants the open relationship. She's having
She
a
has
grand
it.
old time,
Yeah.
and he's feeling unsatisfied. So she's like, "Oh, I gotta.
There's like maybe
gotta help him
Oh,
out."
honey,
so-
let me help you.
Yeah.
It's like it sounds like it's a hard knock life for sexy bald, you know? It sounds rough.
It's one of these things. God, a 7. What a thing to say about your partner.
7 out of
7
10.
out of 10. I could do better, but this is what I chose.
Sexy bald is not really pulling his weight.
There's a thing that so this isn't to say that open relationships can't work.
No,
obviously.
not at all. Not at all.
But I feel like more often than not in this sort of particular situation where it's like, oh, it doesn't sound like it was open from the start, but now it's open and it's way more wide open for one of them.
Yeah.
Because that's the
yeah.
one that wanted it in the first place.
That's the thing. Like, I wonder if she was kind of like, honey, I think we need to open up this relationship because, I mean, let's be honest, you're a 7 out of 10.
I need
7.
some
I
like
could
8s.
do much better.
I need the whole number collection. An 8, 9, and a 10.
And it's her prerogative to be able to ask that, and he did agree to it. Apparently, we can assume.
Apparently, yeah.
And she's trying to help him out.
But it comes across as really like
Comes across as a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
You know? Damning by faint praise. I stand by that assessment.
Okay. Well,
so
let's get a sexy bald girlfriend.
Yeah, let's see about that.
I got bad news.
Oh
no.
It's a dude.
Okay.
I think.
Oh.
Let's broaden
I
sexy
got
bald's
this.
horizons.
And I'm gonna preface this with it's very long, and I got this one so long ago that I don't really remember the high points. So we're gonna skim through it together.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a little adventure. It's titled "Crepes versus Pancakes." And if I remember correctly, the first few paragraphs are pretty strong, and then it gets weird. As you can tell from the title, important matters help determine the steps toward a successful relationship. How could a man possibly ever satisfy you completely if he cooks up the wrong breakfast after a steamy escapade of wild lust the prior night?
Okay.
If you like bacon and eggs, those cheap little cardboard vegan sausage patties from the discount aisle won't hit the spot. Or the other way around, ritualistically murdering a pig to get its most unhealthy slabs of meat won't appeal to you if your days are spent fighting for porcine rights.
Porcine?
Porcine? Yeah.
Whatever
pig
the
rights.
imagery isn't really
I'm gonna
working for me.
I'm gonna use a big word.
Piglish.
Piglish, my favorite language.
Pigland.
Pig Latin. I know what you're thinking. What about drinks, though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, yeah, what about drinks?
What about them? I agree. That's important, too. Tea, coffee, or some weird blended mix of vegetables no one has ever heard of, but are said to improve your ability to fight crime on Thursdays. There are many options, I guess. Washing down essentially prepared sorry, one more time. Washing down a sensually prepared breakfast, i.e. cooking without wearing a shirt, or at least until the pan grease stops and splatters up on the belly.
Oh, Lord.
At which point a random shirt from the trail of clothing is back on.
Where is this going?
Is crucial to the moment of the good day. It is so fucking long-winded. At this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, yes, but what about second breakfast?
Oh, my God.
That is what I was thinking. He's right on that one.
This is where I list what might be a deal breaker for you. Sorry, but I am not going to hurl an apple at your face with full force.
God damn it. Come on.
Come
You
Instead-
ask for one thing.
If you're hungry, perhaps you raid the fridge, or ravage me again in a display of full-blown passion, which would at least incentivize you to forget the lingering hunger. Considering this is online dating attempt and I'm a man, I'll probably get inundated with requests from women because they tend to have no options out there in the world. I'm fully expecting at least a couple of thousand responses from beautiful, downright gorgeous women with degrees in all sorts of things.
Facetious.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll be as patient as I sort through the mail to see who makes the best case for what breakfast experience they enjoy most.
Breakfast.
Then he says, also, I think rutabaga is an inherently fun word to say.
Okay.
Even if we're not going to eat one, I still think we should incorporate it into the shopping list somehow.
Okay.
And maybe
He's
just set
quirky.
it in the apartment somewhere while we have coitus and breakfast.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, no.
You know those other meals? Fuck 'em! Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast. I'm fine with putting it in the kitchen, in the bedside table, if the bedside table is a little too in your face for your taste. Subtle is good. So is compromise. So it's not a deal breaker. If you'd prefer another item or none at all. I'll open the floodgates now. Then, real quick, this part made me laugh legitimately. So he says body average, status single, and then in a box he's created himself, category rutabaga, he said yes. And then in a category he's made called spatula game, he says gimpy pancakes are still edible. Age 34.
Oh.
So I gotta admit, I love his rutabaga material.
The rutabaga part at the end
Top
is pretty
shelf.
funny.
Everything else needs a little bit of
A
workshopping.
little bit of condensing.
Yeah, he needs to like fucking wait a day and then go through there with a red pen and do some hard editing.
Cut it in half.
Yeah, I gotta kill your darlings there. It's a tough lesson for us verbose writers.
He just wants to show the women that he knows so many words, y'all. I know so many words. Fuck me at breakfast time.
all the words. You think it was the words?
I'll say the words to you, and you'll be like, oh, I can't not fuck you. And then I'll say more words, and then I'll go to sleep.
Them rutabagas looking kind of good.
What is a rutabaga?
It's like a root, sort of a tuber root vegetable thing. Looks
What
like
do you do
very
with it?
turnipy.
Well, you cook it in it with it.
I think you could roast it. Why are we talking about this? Okay,
You brought it up.
I'm
That's why.
sorry. I'm sorry. I think it probably speaks volumes to this man's appealingness that we're
get
talking
it.
about rutabagas.
You could peel them, a rutabaga.
Didn't mean to do that, but thank you. Yeah, he's a bit long-winded. I don't know. I kind of feel like he and Sexy Bald would actually get along. They think they're probably kind of lonely.
No.
Despite the marriage thing. But yeah, like man.
Yeah, the problem with Sexy Bald for me is that what did she really say about him except sort of what he looks like?
That's a good point.
Like, she didn't really describe sort of who he is. It's like, I guess if you just want to hook up, if you want a sexy baldman.
That's a good point.
He's caring, right?
He's fun and easygoing. But
Yeah,
that's,
that's pretty generic.
He loves long walks on the beach and sushi, guys.
He likes fun things, and he doesn't like not fun things.
Do you like not fun things? Sorry, ladies.
And no opinions on breakfast. So that's going to make this tough.
That's true. It's true. It's true.
Well,
I think they could be friends. That's what I think.
oh, for sure.
They get together and have a single fist bump.
Yeah, but I don't think
Or-
they'll be fisting.
a whole breakfast. They get together for brunch.
I don't think they'll breakfast though.
Each other.
No. Sadly, no.
So some brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies, I think.
Brunch buddies.
And you could do a lot worse than a good brunch buddy.
It's true.
Have you ever how many times in your life have you
4.
gone to brunch with the intended purpose of going to brunch?
I'm gonna tell you more than I can count.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Ryan?
I think I've gone to brunch in my memory twice.
And
I've been to
were you-
brunch buffets, man.
Well, that's the ticket, right? You want
That's
that
the way.
You want them endless mimosas.
Well, not me.
Come on.
Endless omelets.
Pour some orange juice fucking on it.
Buffet,
Get drunk on eggs.
Buffet eggs are just not a happy
When
time.
they're made for you, right in front of you.
That's different. That's not buffet. Like I'm talking
you
I'm talking about like
joking?
fucking steam trays of like scramby eggs.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a
I like
brunch
that.
buffet where there's 3 cooks and they're all making omelets right in front of your fucking face.
Just a
Not
nice buffet
That's
place.
not exactly a buffet. That's more of like a made to order omelet.
well,
that's
there's
a
an
buffet.
omelet
It's just-
station
it's
at
just
the
a
buffet.
nice thing. They only do that at fancy places.
They've got the steam table too, but they've got a omelet station.
What you're describing sounds to me like science fiction.
You never been to like a buffet sort of restaurant where they have a guy sort of cutting the meat for you?
No,
Oh.
no, Mr. and Mrs. Rockefeller, I've not.
Like sometimes they'll have like a whole fucking ham and they'll shave off pieces. Right?
James, let's take the boy to a buffet.
Where is a good one?
Let us take the boy to a buffet and show him the other side of life.
Where is it?
James. James,
You're right.
let us abscond with young Brinethy and get him to a place where the leisure is such where you can eat as many fucking omelets as you want.
I can just taste
I
it in
can
my
taste the
mouth
yummy.
hole.
It's melting away in my flavor buds.
That's okay.
We'll shave him off some succulent hams.
The whole hams.
That's okay. I've got him.
And the soft serve just never stops flowing. It's a fountain of soft serve ice cream.
You've lost me.
I got
I don't want that with my hams.
a donut at Safeway. It's all right.
Oh man, a Safeway donut sounds pretty good right
They're
now.
pretty good in the morning.
Anyway, no, brunch buddies at the best.
I would call brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies the best. Now that means that the wife might have to rethink her whole situation.
I think the wife's gonna do what the wife wants to do.
Probably have brunch with another dude.
She's gonna be okay.
She's fine.
She's gonna be okay.
She can take care of her.
What if there's a scenario where like they become like best friends and like he stops spending so much time with the wife because he's hanging out with his best friend fucking brunch boy, and then she's a little sad. She's like, "Oh,
I want brunch too."
Is only spending 3 out of 10 of his time with me. Ratios.
Fractions.
Oh, it is a fraction. Fuck, you're right. It's not a ratio at all.
No, fractions are ratios. It's fine.
Is it?
Yep.
I think this whole discussion is ratioist, and I will not stand for it.
Good point. Way to be principled. Our next Would You Rather comes to us from a service online that hasn't been canceled yet.
Never will be.
Well, you never know.
Bulletproof.
Knock on wood.
Cannot be sunk.
Tubwood.
Won't be sunk.
It's called Would You Reddit. User Title Junkie asks, would you rather eat 100 chicken nuggets or 10 large fries? And there are caveats. They're both from McDonald's.
Good.
You cannot put them in a blender. and you have to eat them in one sitting.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm sorry. So it was 10 large fries, and then how many nuggets?
100 chicken McNuggets.
So I think right off the bat here that the 10 orders of French fries is almost certainly more food.
You think so?
Would a single large fry be equal to about a large potato, or would there be more than a large potato in there, you think?
Well, are we just in terms of sort of size?
In terms of like the amount of potato going into it.
That's a very good question.
I don't know how much potato is in a French fry.
Right.
Is sort of I don't know how to quantify
Off the
that.
top of my head, I'd say like a russet as big as both your fists is maybe a large fry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about 10 large potatoes worth of food.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food.
And
I really do feel like chicken nuggets would be an easier sort of
Consumable?
like actionable task.
those Donald's fries are really oily, though.
Yeah,
and
they're pretty oily.
Slippery.
But they're like individually they're all pretty small and pretty easy to fucking just stuff
Slurp.
down you.
I feel like the nuggets, we don't know what's in those nuggets.
Yeah,
We don't know what they put in there.
That's the thing. Like
It's all chicken parts.
I was trying to think of like the French fries in terms.
breading.
I was trying to think of the French fries in terms of like the massive potatoes there.
Mm.
I hesitate to speak of the massive chicken in chicken
It's
nuggets.
tough. It's tough.
Because like how much
There's
of that
waddles.
is chicken? Yeah.
There's-
How
there's-
much of that is chicken?
There's chicken knuckles. There's wing connectors.
I mean, you bring up a good point. There's fucking breading. So
And
that's
they're all
mass.
like fries are. See, it's tough because like fries are like they're
Tail
both
skin.
deep fried, but like the chicken nuggets are breaded.
Did I
Yeah.
ever tell you about the time, boys, that I bit into a chicken nugget and I bit on like a black cube?
No, what?
It was like it wasn't very large at all.
like
It
a
was,
board game cube.
No, it was like a rubbery, possibly organic black cube.
What do you mean possibly organic?
It was wet and it had give to it. So
It was wet because it came from inside a nugget.
So yeah, it was like I want to say it was like maybe like it wasn't that
Really
big.
gross.
It wasn't that big at all. It was like maybe like half. No, it was maybe like a quarter of a centimeter, but it was like big enough that and like when my little kid mouth bit into it,
Oh my
it
God.
like it I didn't
out.
bite through it. It was like and it
Yeah.
like and that was why I stopped and I looked at it and I was like, ah! And I did not fish in that nuggo.
I can't imagine you
I
would.
was gonna ask if you returned it, but if you're a kid, like
Oh yeah, no.
Nor
it's-
have you even looked at a nugget since.
I want my money back. Around the class action suit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get hungry for nuggets.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the nuggets might actually be less mass, but it's also a more questionable mass.
It's so
perhaps.
gross.
Like I feel like the idea of eating a couple chicken nuggets in a couple sauces, like a couple different
Selection of
sauces, is like okay, but like even finishing like a 6-piece feels like gross to me. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I will be gross at the end of it. Finishing
You're gonna be gross.
a 10 or a 20-piece just on its own. Like I feel like I'm gonna be sick and then I need 80 more. Even though if not like full sick, but just like oh boy, like it feels to me like a French fry feels light to
Right.
me, even if it is more sort of mass. Well, because that's the thing. I guess
Scientifically speaking,
here's the thing too. Like chicken nuggets are way more dense than I feel like a French fry. is.
chicken nuggets density is
Let's
2 cubic meters per square
black chicken cubes.
cubes. It takes 40 black chicken cubes to make up one chicken nugget.
But how many black chicken pubes?
No, more. They're thin.
That chicken's going through puberty.
Anytime I've felt like, oh, a chicken nugget, I'll go down that nostalgia path. I've been faced with just tragedy and misery and despair and disappointment, where I bite into that nugget and I'm like, I don't see any discernible parts. There's no chicken.
It's weird, and I feel like it's only fast food ones, because I feel
Right.
like the ones that you could get frozen are okay. Mm-hmm. Like they're not, even if they're just nuggets, they're not strips. But they're
And these
nuggets.
are not tenders. Because chicken tenders,
Yeah, the tenders of the strips are all right.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
I could eat 100 strips. I could eat 100 strips
That's
right
real.
now.
That's just straight chicken. You can't fucking
And
trick us.
breading.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Of
it's not chicken fucking mix in a nugget.
So-
that's in 4 shapes only at McDonald's.
It's a party mix.
So this fucking place I'm temping at like has like a lot of like free food, like they're like free lunches and junk. And on Fridays
Frunches.
are fucking pizza nights, and they'll like get like fucking like a dozen pies, and they'll also get like a fucking shit ton of jalapeno poppers, onion rings, and fucking chicken strips. And it's the fucking best worst thing in the world.
They're like,
That's kind of sounds incredible.
It's really great. I have to try hard not to like bring home leftovers.
tomorrow, everyone, is breakout day where everyone gets pimples all over their fucking face. You're welcome.
Tomorrow is heart attack day where you die in bed, you dumbass.
Eat all these things.
Eat all the things and then don't get out of bed ever again because you're a corpse.
Those jalapeno poppers were for the whole office. You ate all of them.
We're going to save money by doing this somehow. We don't know how, but we're going to do it.
That jalapeno popper exploded in your heart like a hollow point bullet. Good job, idiot.
A jalapeno.
A hollow point bullet filled with sour cream.
Damn. I didn't mean to do that.
Very good.
Very good.
We all got there. I think I would eat the fries just because I do love fries, and I've eaten a lot of fries before where it's like, ooh, I finished my fries. Oh, are you going to finish your fries? I'll finish those fries too.
Hey,
Maybe
hello,
I need
hey,
an-
sir over there. Are you gonna finish those?
Excuse me.
I
Have
need
you
those.
thought
I
about
need- I
giving me
need
those
them.
fries? And maybe I'll get a fry for the road.
I need
back to the
I need
counter.
I need to hit fry capacity before I can evolve into the next level. Fry evolution.
I need 20% more fry village.
Jimmy has evolved into Jamulon.
What's my evolved form?
You're Dane. So you'd be Danzor.
Danezilla.
Brigantua.
You're okay. Thank you. That's good. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
By eating French fries.
What if Brian's was like he starts off as Brian and then his evolved form is Brian and then his final evolutionary form is Brian and then
What if it's Brian and then Brian and then it's Brianna.
Come full circle.
that is a story in and of itself.
3 stages.
I think I'd go for the French fries too.
Yeah.
It is French
And
fries.
I'll tell you why.
Oh.
So maybe you got to really cram that shit inside you. Maybe some of it comes
Come
out
back
the other
out.
way. I think that like it's gonna come out easier the other end too.
Oh, interesting.
Then the
You're
nuggets.
thinking the long game.
I'm thinking long game. If this doesn't kill you, shitting out those nuggos might fucking bust your O-ring.
What you don't know is that they come out the same.
No,
Each of your
you're a
little
Play-Doh
poops.
monster.
Each of your little poops are only in 4 shapes.
Oh God. Pooping nuggets.
You poop a little boot.
Little Italy.
Pooping out black cubes.
Oh, pooping cubes. So we're all doing fries.
For the great
Yeah, fries
taste at
are-
McDonald's.
Also, I just enjoy it much more. At a certain point, I get sick of it. But dang, y'all. Mm-hmm. I can't. Like, in no situation do I want to eat lots of chicken nuggets.
And also, I feel like, yeah, you would get sick of it, and then you'd probably avoid fries for a long time. I never feel like, ooh, I need to avoid these chicken nuggets. It's like I need to avoid fries because I know they're not so great for me. So if it's like smoking cartons of cigarettes.
Go on.
It's like the Would You Rather gods caught me eating fries, and they're like, "Oh, you like fries, huh? Here, eat all of these."
You have to.
I'm like, no, I don't want to. Would you rather
Can't-
gods?
You can't shit until you're finished.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that was a great question. In fact, I'm loving it.
It was super creepy.
Da da da
welcome.
da da.
He's loving
Murder.
it. It's true.
It's just like a scary movie, like the ghosts are singing it. Da 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 da. Come play with us.
Exactly.
Forever.
Exactly.
Cat, can I eat your fries?
We have a play place. It's haunted. It's Mary Fuck Kill.
Oh, it's Mary Fuck Kill. Yeah.
This spooky week.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Anytime, every time, I'm like, I'm going to continue this joke, and Dane's going to say no.
Yep. Shutting you down.
This week.
No.
Marry, fuck, kill, where we have 3 things and or people, and we marry one, kill the second, and fuck the third. This week, marry, fuck, kill. We have the very spooky, the very scary, plastic wrap, aluminum foil, or parchment paper.
That's so scary.
Too scary. Have you ever seen an oven fire?
I know.
Too
actually.
scary. That's impossible. It's a spooky demon fire in the oven.
I guess.
It can't, because if the oven's closed, right?
Yeah.
That's science, baking science.
Watch out. It's a hellfire inferno. Non-stick rolls.
Sometimes they stick.
The sticky wrap will.
Like, yeah, like your saran wrap or, the knockoff Target version.
They got the kinds that you press and it'll
Ooh,
stay.
fancy
That's
technologies.
kind of cool.
So that's...
See-through film.
Plastic wrap.
There wasn't there... I don't think you really see it anymore, but there was like that fad for a little while where it's like, saran wrap, but fun colors.
Oh,
It's
right.
like blue, or
I
it's
do.
purple, or it's red.
It's so 90s.
Yeah.
It was pretty 90s, yeah.
I really coveted the other kids who had these fun wrapped lunches.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was like something I didn't have, I guess.
That's pretty funny.
Fuck you. You got red wrapped sandwich. My sandwich is in a Ziploc bag.
It's like you're having a PB&J sandwich from Mars.
You're having a fun time over there, and I've got this dry piece of shit that I gotta eat.
My parents don't love me as much, apparently.
No, it was me making my own lunch, like starting in fourth
I don't
grade.
love myself as much as your family loves you.
That's right.
I guess.
My mom was like, I think it's about time you started making your own lunch. And I was like, well, I don't know how. She's like, what do you mean you don't know how?
I don't wanna.
I'm like, how do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? She got mad at me.
How old were you?
Fourth grade?
You're 9?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was a while before I was making my own lunch.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But like, if you had to,
It's about when I started.
you could figure out how to affix.
Yeah, well,
those
right.
first- those
That's why she
first-
got mad.
Those first faltering steps of like independence, though, do come a little bit like rough. I mean, there are people like in their fucking 20s that don't know how to cook for themselves because
That's
like their
true.
fucking mom like never cut.
Like,
the
that is
umbilical
true. Like,
cord.
people that don't know how to fucking cook pasta, like, it blows my mind.
Yeah, like.
Go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I remember, like, somebody, like, who I used to work with, like, talking about her boyfriend and how, like, I had to, like, buy him fucking socks and underwear because, like, he just never learned you have to do that for yourself. And it's like, really? Fucking, how does he not, like, fucking drown when it starts raining? Like, I mean, like, doesn't he just, like,
Is the
look up
water
and then drown
coming
in the water?
from the sky?
Oh.
Oh.
Do you?
If only I was wearing underwear.
It would catch all the water and absorb it in my bottom.
I wish my girlfriend was here to wipe me.
I'm all wet.
All the
everywhere.
poop everywhere.
I learned how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just so you guys know.
Brian, do you have a similar story like that where you had to start cooking?
I mean, I think it was like kind of in my like late teens or early 20s where I started really cooking for myself. And before that, it was just kind of like, I guess I'll just eat when the family eats. I don't really know how to do things.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's in hindsight very pathetic, and like I feel embarrassed about it. But yeah, like
It's weird because I'm trying to think now with your stories, like legitimately, like I can't remember ever being taught. Well, like so my mom, who I mainly grew up with, not an incredible, admittedly not a. It's like I don't want to say she's not a good cook because that's not what I mean. Like she just doesn't ever cook really, and like she has a couple things that she likes, but she doesn't really like. I couldn't be like
Do it up.
just like cook this thing, and she'd be like, okay, well, she'd have to think about it. She could do it, but like she's a fucking grown adult. But like she would
not
have
her
like
main mode.
She had maybe 5 sort of meals.
Right.
There was like teriyaki chicken, tuna cheese noodle casserole type dish.
3 more things.
3 and more, I get maybe. 5 things.
My dad was the cook.
things.
My mom made what was it? Beef stroganoff. That's her.
That sounds
thing.
fucking delicious.
It is very good. She still makes it. Now she also makes turkey spaghetti, but and other things. She cooks more. But growing up, it was definitely Dad who cooked, and then me making my PB&J's.
Till the ripe old age and now.
That's
my,
right.
my mom is a pretty great cook.
Yeah?
Yeah,
She can dish it out?
She was very inventive. Like, when I went vegetarian, she learned how to make these really great, like, fucking curry tofu patties.
Ooh,
Oh my god, they were amazing. Like, I tried to reverse engineer them years later, and I just never got it right.
You could ask her.
I did once, and she's like, "Oh, it's been so long since I made those, Brian. I don't remember the recipe."
Like she just figured it out at the time.
She was like, at the time, she was like, "Oh, I'll just do this and that," and it like magic. But yeah, like
Magic food.
Fucking, she didn't have like a fucking idiot child who like insisted on being a vegetarian but didn't want to actually eat healthy food anymore, so she didn't have to retain those skills.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You're talking about yourself.
I'm talking about myself.
Okay. Plastic wrap keeps things fresh.
You can suffocate a
In
person with it.
bowls, you can suffocate somebody with it. Not so much with the tinfoil. I think tinfoil's harder.
Harder to kill a person with it.
Yeah.
It'll rip.
You can bake with both tinfoil and parchment paper.
Yes.
Cannot bake with plastic wrap.
Do you like baking?
Unless you want to poison yourself.
Right. Don't poison yourself.
Don't do it.
But you can put plastic wrap in the microwave, and you can't with the other two.
always-
I don't know why you would.
You probably
You can
could.
put parchment paper in the microwave.
Why?
It doesn't
Why
it's
couldn't
not
you?
gonna help you.
That's what I'm saying. You can, but there's no use for it.
If
You're not
if
baking
you're out
cookies
of
in there.
any other covering, it'll
I
do.
don't trust parchment paper.
No?
In a general sense?
I came to no
That parchment paper is looking pretty shifty.
the kind you use for cooking. Like I came to that very late in life, and there's part of me that just still feels like, do I really want to put paper in the oven? Isn't it gonna burn?
Oh, I
No,
see.
it's not.
You know?
Brian,
I-
do you still not use it like now?
No, I've used it on occasion. I just always kind of have a moment of doubt.
Because it's the fucking best.
Yeah, it's really good. As a baker boy, I have to say that when we ran out of parchment paper in the kitchen, the whole kitchen stopped. Like we didn't know what to do with ourselves.
in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah. It keeps your cookies from burning to a point.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's really good.
I know, it's like magic. Like, how does it even work?
It's a magic carpet of paper. With your cookies on
Yeah,
riding upon them.
If you get good ones, it's got little grids on it.
Yeah.
I have more experience with like using tinfoil or using just like naan.
Yeah.
And it's like it just still feels kind of weird.
Using
like,
naan bread is a really great way of.
And I just like putting paper down there and being like, okay, I guess
Here we
I'm
go.
trusting this not to burn my house down. All right.
So Brian's not probably gonna
I-
marry this paper.
Probably not.
I feel the way Brian does about parchment paper in the oven, about plastic wrap in the microwave.
Yeah.
What?
I never thought you could microwave it my whole life. And then I think Dane told me, I was like, I think I saw you doing it, and I was like, what are you fucking, you're going to poison yourself.
I still feel weird about it.
It's
Really?
weird.
Yeah.
Because
Wow,
it feels
you guys
like
have kitchen myths.
it feels like it'll melt
It
immediately.
It feels a little bit melty, honestly, after you
I mean,
mic
it softens up.
Yeah, and that weirds me out. I
Okay.
don't like it.
And there's no reason for me to feel that way other than just sort of how
Kind of the
how-
reason it was made.
to be microwaved.
Yeah.
Because I always assumed it was to preserve food. right?
Yeah,
like that was its purpose.
I always loved using that for like wrapping cheese or wrapping up like you open up the fucking cold cuts and okay, well,
Wrapping
totally
up
do
a
that.
big hearty sausage.
you don't have
named my dick.
Speaking, yeah, exactly. You don't have a condom, but you really want to have sex.
Plastic wrap.
Plastic wrap. Parchment paper.
Disclaimer. This is not.
And then in 1 year, when you definitely get someone pregnant, you can wrap up the baby in it.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Not the head, though. That'll kill
Not the head.
No.
just the body.
And I will wrap the head. Voltron. Da-da-da-da.
Tinfoil.
Da-da-da!
Great at keeping out government signals from getting into your brain.
Keeping
Like
out
Voltron's
keeping out the
conspiracies.
fake news.
Now, why is it called tinfoil if it's made of aluminum?
I don't think it is called tinfoil.
metal.
I think tinfoil is tinfoil and aluminum foil.
I've always called it tinfoil.
I think that is just an incorrect thing that a lot of people do.
I'm guessing there was probably a time in the world where tinfoil was a thing.
Yeah.
And it was discontinued, and I think maybe the
It's-
usage
yeah.
continued on.
It's just sort of stuck. It's not a brand name thing like a Kleenex. You'd call a Kleenex
Right.
that, but like, you know, I think that's kind of a thing. Like a tin can. Like cans aren't tin anymore.
I find that tinfoil is a lot better at making little sculptures than either of the other ones. Like I can crumple up tinfoil and make like a goose, or you crumple up tinfoil and you're like, oh, here's an apple. But with the other ones, they just kind of they don't hold their shape.
I just remembered something.
Yeah, you look
That-
very excited.
It's
about
excited because I'm a fucking stupid idiot child.
Oh.
And you reminded me of this, and I'm excited to embarrass myself in this way.
Good.
Because it's incredible. So as a child, for fucking some reason, I decided that I wanted to create the world's biggest ball of foil.
Oh.
So I would collect little scraps from everyone. Anytime we used some that wasn't dirty,
Yeah.
like I would take it and I like made a small fist-sized ball at first. But boys, that ball got to be bigger than my head.
No way.
It turned into a cube. Like it stopped balling.
Oh, interesting.
And it just sort of became this, like, because I couldn't properly sort of crush out all the less dense bits, so it was like a cube with like the inside parts were squished in.
Oh,
more.
interesting.
And that's the origin of the Borg.
Jimmy caused the universe's greatest threat.
And-
yeah, it was a singularity.
Sometimes, y'all, I would just get allowance, and I'd fucking buy some foil.
Oh my god.
I'd fucking wrap this ball.
Oh my god.
Because
You're
foil was like
serious.
$2.
You were very
This
serious.
feels like a lesser work of like Mark Twain or something. Like Huck thought it'd be fun to build a fucking house out of tinfoil, so he spent all of his nickels on all that good tinfoil.
I probably spent like $20 over the course of
God.
like $2 fucking little increment. Because like that's all I had to do after it got sort of too big.
You did it 10 times.
And
I
then,
fucking would take it and just wrap it
then
around.
Tom Sawyer built a trap for a cougar out of tinfoil. And it trapped it and it made
Didn't
it-
work at all
and it
because
didn't
that
work.
cougar went right through it like a cougar through
And
tinfoil.
then that cougar joined forces with the tinfoil and became a cyber cougar.
Cyber cougars.
And that was from Mark Twain's most famous story, Cyber Cougar,
Do cyber cougars dream of electric cougars?
by Mark Twain.
I love that. I love the movie that they made out of that where
The book is kind of dry, but the movie's real good.
what's his name? Hulk Hogan played the cougar. It was great.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Guys.
I'm the cougar, brother. I dream of electric sheep.
Ethan Hawke was the kid, but he was a little too old for the part. But you know, you could let it slide because it was Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, more like Ethan Hawke, right?
Because
Right.
he's attractive.
Right,
Heartthrob.
right,
Heart drop.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Cyber
You're
cougar.
right.
Cyber Cougar.
Yar!
I would marry the tinfoil because it's got the most structure. I would fuck the plastic wrap because it's kind of kinky, like wrapping something in plastic wrap.
Suffocating?
Not suffocation necessarily, but I don't know. There's like unwrapping it. It's kind of
Unwrapping it, wrapping it,
Yeah.
unwrapping
Yeah,
it,
that's right.
wrapping it.
all of those things. Yeah, and it's see-through, so that's fun. And then I would kill the parchment paper because I want to watch it burn.
But it won't, though.
With my grandpa's flamethrower that I got off eBay.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty ladybug sized. I don't know. Is that going to be big enough?
That's fine.
Fucking grandpa.
So my lighter.
So my So my answer is exactly the same as Dane's, but for different reasons. Okay. I love tinfoil, and I used to think
tinfoil loves you.
I used to think of it aluminum foil, I should say, and I used to think of it as a luxury, but now I don't know if I could live without it.
Luxury?
I really did. I was like, I wish
these big spenders.
I wish I could afford to have tinfoil in the house. But
my fried chicken needs to be in the fridge, and I don't have any containers for it.
You shouldn't.
Man, I wish I had tinfoil. Guess gotta eat it.
You shouldn't wrap meat in metal. It actually helps encourage the growth of bacteria. Yeah. So, but I do love metal. And I
heavy metal.
Fucking guar forever. And
light metal.
Guar's not light.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that tinfoil is light metal.
Anyway, sorry, audience.
He's a little worked up.
I would fuck plastic wrap because it seems like a little more like ductile and maybe a little more give, a little more cushion for the pushing.
Fuctal.
A little more fuctal, if you will. Thank you. And I would kill fucking parchment paper because I don't trust it. I don't fucking trust it.
Yeah. Kill it.
Fucking kill it before it kills you.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna marry foil.
Also.
Because I could build a house out of it and live inside my beautiful wife or husband. If I spend enough $2 increment foil spendings on it, y'all. But here's what I'm gonna differ from y'all.
What?
I'm gonna kill a plastic wrap.
Oh.
Because it has foiled me for the last time.
Okay.
I still don't trust it. I don't like using it on top of a bowl if I'm in the microwave. I'd rather use a wax paper not featured in this very fun kill. Which maybe would have been better than a parchment paper, but let's forget, audience, that I said that.
Already. We're past that. We've gotten past that.
It's just, I don't know, like, it's good for saving a meal, but maybe I should have just ate that meal.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Use what you got. Don't pitch a fit.
I'm gonna fuck parchment paper because it's gonna be hot and my dick won't burn off.
Oh, right.
It won't burn off.
Don't burn it off.
Because of the parchment paper.
It saves you.
It'll save it from, it'll might get a little toasty, but it won't burn.
Good.
It won't burn.
On that hot take,
my genitals.
We get it. We get it. Our last Would You Rather comes to us from Jesse in Oakland, and Jesse asks, would you rather have an infinite number of cats that are self-cleaning and feeding, or one giant house cat that's self-cleaning and feeding?
Oh. How giant?
How many was the first one again?
Infinite.
Okay.
That's too many. What does that mean?
I think it just means that your house is just full of cats. And they never die. They're just always there. And they feed themselves and they clean themselves so you don't have a gross house.
So you're just surrounded by mystery cats.
Yeah.
All the time.
Uh-huh.
You couldn't fucking do anything.
And guess who's gonna fucking eat you down to your skeleton when you're dead? That's right. It's the infinite number of cats you live with.
It doesn't say that they're friendly.
I guess not.
They might form a mutiny.
An infinite mutiny.
Oh, I think they'd realize pretty quick who's in charge. I think they'd pretty fucking quickly realize.
But they wouldn't eat you because they feed themselves. Not
so
on you.
So they don't need you.
Yeah.
But they live in your house.
They'd eat you for pleasure.
You know what cats don't need to do? Pay rent.
That's true.
Cat rent.
Or one giant cat.
Like Clifford?
Yeah, like a Clifford cat.
That sounds
like
great.
a fucking lion.
Like a lion.
Like a Bengal tiger.
I love it.
No, but it's a house cat.
It'll also eat you.
So if it's a house cat, then tiger sized, not Clifford sized, because it couldn't fit.
No, it's a huge cat, but it's like a domestic.
Well, right, but I'm just
breed.
saying like the size of a lion. Actually.
Sure. Like, how big do you want this cat?
This is important.
It's not
pretty
how big
giddy.
I want it. It's like, how big is it, dude?
I think if it's an infinite number of cats, then it has to be a ridiculously sized huge cat.
God damn.
Then it has to live
2-story
outside.
cat, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Then
It's
that's
gotta be
fine.
Clifford.
It's like a Clifford.
Yeah,
then.
it's a Clifford cat.
It's a Clifford cat.
And it can't come indoors,
No.
which I feel like makes it pretty easy.
Really? Because you're responsible for this giant cat.
Yeah, but it doesn't need much from me.
That's true.
Your cat ate my wife!
Like
Again!
Again, it needs warmth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. Because it's feeding itself and it's cleaning itself, so it's not even shitting in a way that is inconvenient.
But it would claw at trees and knock them over,
Okay.
right? It would, there would be no birds near you at all.
Come on.
Oh, what do you mean? The cat would take them all out.
It would try. Birds are still fat. They fly up at all.
Are
when
you
they're gone.
joking? This is a house-sized
It's
cat.
a house-sized cat.
House-sized house cat.
It's a house. Wait, what? It's not a house-sized cat.
It's a huge
Oh,
cat.
wait. It's a house. Yes. Fuck. Shit. Listen, when it gets bigger, it gets slower. Have you seen an ogre? They're not fast.
I have seen one
I've
with
seen
my
so
own
many
eyes.
ogres. Oh my god.
This neighborhood's lousy with ogres.
Like it could maybe catch like a big bird, like from Sesame Street. Probably not fast enough to evade a
the other thing this neighborhood's lousy with is big birds.
Muppets.
Big
We're
Bird
on
started
Sesame Street.
reproducing, and now the whole neighborhood's full of those benevolent, smiley motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I think like an infinite number of cats is like, so you just like always petting. You always got something furry to pet, and they're like there and like
they're
cuddling up.
and they're everywhere.
And they're everywhere.
You know that thing that was on the table? No, it's cats.
It just makes me so nervous to be surrounded by that many animals.
Like I can't imagine a scenario where they're not on literally every surface. Like, did
It's
you
true.
like that lamp? No. Did you like your fucking meal on the kitchen table? No. Blender on the counter? No. It's cats. Cats, cats, cats. Calico, tabby, sphinx.
There's sphinxes walking around your house.
I mean, if you've got an infinite number of cats, then there must be every single variety of cat.
There's got to be a lot of different cats.
Inevitably.
Inevitably.
Inevitably. It is inevitable.
I woke up this morning and there was a cougar. A cyber cougar.
Cyber cougar.
Engage.
Right outside. Where's that Huck Finn? I gotta give him what for. God damn it. Luckily, cat food is the most delicious and nutritious of the foods.
Yeah.
As we've previously stated. So we'd also have infinite food because they'd be able to open those cans. I'm stating that as a fact.
Well, a leap or two of logic in there.
I guess I can't argue with that, but it doesn't sound great.
Infinite cats with opposable thumbs, guys.
Oh God! Now they're scarier because they can
Okay.
write down things.
But they could also give you sweet massages.
they could they do that anyway.
I think.
No,
Okay, it's giant cat for me.
it's giant cat.
It's
Yeah.
like that's a lot of power, but like it's all in one place at least.
Yeah.
You know? At least I don't know. It's easier to keep track of. You know?
Sure.
I think it's easier to get some privacy from too.
Where do you think the infinite cats come from?
I don't want to know.
A portal.
The
I'm
cat
not-
dimension.
I'm not ready to know.
The portal's in the shape of a cat.
Yeah. Cat.
Interstellar, but cats.
I was on that planet for 10 years, batting around a ball of yarn.
It's the Tesser cact.
The edges of the portal, instead of like flickering energy lights, it's just fur. it's a furry edged
It's a
portal.
furry portal.
Look at the sky. It's full of cat.
Cat forever. Cat's all the way down.
That's right. Meow.
Meow, meow, purr, purr.
Meow meow.
Oh, it'd be loud too.
The two options you've described are a fucking living nightmare, or Clifford the Big Red Cat, which is everyone's favorite beloved children dog-based, cat-based story.
What if he was red because he was a communist?
Okay,
Even better.
So your giant cat's a communist,
A Clifford book.
and it keeps going to clandestine meetings, and like won't let you follow it. Like, meow.
What do you do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I don't think I could pick infinite cats too.
It's
I have to
terrible.
pick the giant cat. I would rather pick the giant cat.
Would you?
Yeah, and then I'd put a saddle on it.
Oh.
Give rides.
Like an elephant.
Yeah, but an elef cat. You can stick the word cat into any other word. I'm just finding out.
Catlephant. Cat fant.
Oh, yep.
Every syllable.
All the parts.
Cat, cat, cat.
I was driving down the road once with a lady, and it was nighttime, and we're just talking, and then suddenly she's like,
Oh.
just out of nowhere.
Oh, that's too scary for every
I
listener.
nearly crashed, but a cat crossed the road, so it was worth it.
Listeners at home, give yourself a treat after you listen to this fucking auditory orgasm.
Cat treat.
Google up the song from Amanaguchi, just simply entitled "Meow," and think of that as like the soundtrack to this episode.
Is
The
chiptune deliciousness.
It is delightful.
That is Meow by band Anamanaguchi.
Okay,
This week.
that's good. That's a good.
I thought it was just a Monoguchi. Is it Anamanaguchi?
I might be pronouncing it wrong.
That's you baka gaijin.
I'm a fucking non-Sugoi gaijin.
You guys are speaking
Senpai, you'll never.
My language.
not my language. I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, that was the Project Jacuzzi crew for another night, for another balming evening. Thank you for joining us here in the tub. If you have any would you rathers for us, please send them to thepjccast@gmail.com or hashtag thepjccast on Twitter. You can find us all over the internet by Googling the PJC Cast. We are the Project Jacuzzi crew. And yeah, just maybe a moment of silence for them old Craigslist personal ads.
Pour one out at the internet crossroads.
Yeah. It's the end of an era, but
for all those catboy dolphin fuckers.
Dragon Boys.
wow. Yeah, we've had some good times. Cue the sequence.
I will remember you.
Oh, man,
There's a
remember
cat.
that one?
It's a cat going by.
Remember me.
Wow, look at that.
It's another cat.
Oh my god, it's just all cats.
Who let all these cats in here? Oh god.
That sounded pretty good.
Fuck.
Well, on that note, for the PJC Cast, my name is Dane,
My name's Ryan.
I'm Jimmy.
and have a good night and get home safe.
The Proud Jacuzzi Crew, not to be confused with our porn parody podcast, The Proud Jacuzzi Screw. Not related.
Late nights after the balmy autumn evening's over.
PJC Cast After Dark.
After dark, under the covers.
We put covers on our jacuzzi tub.
To keep it warm
on
in the winter.
Silk stockings. Some sexy mystery stuff happens.
Oh, my stocking ripped. It was silk.
Who did it?
Oh, no.
Oh no, we gotta find out who.
I guess I'll remove them.
No!
Keep them on. That's evidence.
That's. No, it's too hot for TV.